So I'm rolling.
Okay, so we're here at the Federal Reserve. You don't have to give your name, but you just told me an extraordinary story. We're here at Occupy San Francisco, 101 Market, as we usually are here, just hanging out, holding down the fort. And you came up and could you please repeat what you told me earlier?
4 days after the 101 raid in November, I got picked up by federal people from New York, and they brought me to Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, and there is a federal penitentiary there. And they said because since I was so anti-government, they thought I was not a U.S. citizen. And to say for the record, I was born in 1982, May 2nd, in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And also they said, and now I was already a level 1 terrorist for being outspoken and being part of the Occupy. And now I'm a level 2 terrorist because I was put in detainment without a charge. And they said, well, we have the right to detain you under investigation.
So now that they've raped you of your rights, that's grounds for upping your level.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
And it's like...
Because of course someone would be mad at that. So.
Exactly. And what it was so... They just wanted to downtrodden me so I wouldn't go back down the street and go against the government again. But see, I got a stronger spirit. I'm not going to back down because... You know, the reason why I think I got pulled over was because they were watching me because I am outspoken. And my original sign said, get rid of currency, you get rid of the corporations.
Which the currency is corrupted.
Yes,
and the corporations are corrupted.
Exactly.
So it's very reasonable to anyone who knows the facts.
Exactly.
Were
So,
you able to contact any of your friends or relatives during your stay?
No, none whatsoever. They put me in what they called it solitary confinement because since I was a level 2 terrorist, they could not put me in the general population. They said it was for my protection against inmates in the population.
of course.
Because
they didn't want me telling them of what I wasn't even in there on a charge.
So you were never charged.
Never charged.
And they had no evidence of you doing anything criminal.
No, nothing whatsoever. Well, if holding a sign against the government is criminal, then yes,
well,
you know.
Of course.
But I was just expressing my First Amendment right of free speech.
So this is a case of political suppression.
Exactly.
and expression.
Exactly.
Above any I think I've ever heard.
Exactly.
Firsthand.
Yeah,
and also because they said, oh, because of your ties of your uncle, I'm not going to say no names, but that was like a reason for them to be able to pick me up without a charge. And I haven't seen my uncle since I was 23 in 2004.
So there were some circumstantial facts that may have reasonably led them to believe that maybe you were involved in something more sinister than just exercising your political rights?
None whatsoever, because I had no contact with my family, you know, back east, and you know, and they should have had no reason to pick me up.
If there was a reason, there should have still been a charge.
There was no charge whatsoever. They said we have the right to detain you.
Did they question you?
They questioned me about my political views, and it was all about my political views.
Not about your ties to your uncle?
None whatsoever.
Just like, what kind of questions were they repeating?
They kept repeating, why do you hate the government so much? What have they done to you? And I told them, fuck the government! I told them it was because...
You know it, bro.
They better take them to...
Yeah, they better take them. But anyway, it was because I kept saying that the reason why I don't like the government is because, you know, getting rid of all the jobs overseas and all that, and I can't get no work. I'm 30 years old. I'm strong. I could work.
Right.
I just can't work because I do got prior felonies, but that shouldn't stop me from working, you know? Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh, you shouldn't think like that. You should what's the word I'm looking
Be
for?
willing to work harder for less.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. You should be happy with what you got. I'm like, what? I should be happy that I'm being interrogated about my views?
Yeah, you're being fed three hots on a cot.
I was getting only 3 meals, sliding through a tiny door about tray size, about that big, and I could only get out of my cell 1 hour a day, and that was my rec and a shower.
So what's your opinion of solitary confinement? Is this would this be like a torturous type of treatment?
For somebody who's not strong-minded and willed, you will probably go nuts, yes.
Because I've heard people go crazy.
Yes, but what kept me sane was I'm going to go see my family again when I get out and back in San Francisco, and I made them pay for the Greyhound ticket. I was like, listen, I know you don't want me here, so why don't you just send me back where you got me from on your expense?
What was their explanation when they let you go? Did they say anything like sorry?
They didn't
or
even say nothing. They were like, go, be on your way, don't get into any more trouble. Like, really?
How often did they question you?
They questioned me for first month. They questioned me for like a couple hours a day, and then it was like every other day they were questioning me. And they were trying.
For how long?
They were trying
For
like
the whole
couple
time?
hours. Yeah.
No, I mean for the whole
it's
time.
right here.
Oh no! Like about the last 4 months, they quit questioning me, and I
So
was.
that was just the first 4 months.
Yes.
This is 8 months of your life we're
8
talking
months.
of your
Since no-
late 20s, early
Yeah.
30s.
Yes, late 20s. I'm 30 years old.
prime of your
8
life.
months ago. Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, young man, and I'm sure you've been questioned a lot, but I got one question for you, if you don't mind. Are you aware of the magnitude of the lawsuit involved against these people?
Yes, I
Or
do. I
have
do.
legal defense?
But see, the thing is,
You don't have to say any buts to me. You don't have to just answer the question more than yes or no. That's
yes,
all you need.
yes,
Right on. I hope you pursue it. I know it's
yes.
an
I'm gonna be
incredible
trying
trip
to,
try
but it's
do.
like
What
very,
you need is more support
it's very,
without a doubt.
it's very
The only way
not
you
hard
will
to do
get
it, but
any
it's very
success is
like,
with a lot of support.
Scary.
yes, exactly. You don't know.
Go ahead, young man.
If
you know
they're
what I mean?
capable of that,
Exactly.
what else are they capable of?
I got
Exactly.
a phone number of a police brutality advocate that might be a good place for you to, like, help you connect some dots.
Yes, but see that it
Well,
will
the
help connect with the dots, but it's like this is like the feds we're talking about.
Right.
You know what
Well,
I mean?
the ACLU is right there,
Okay.
across the street.
Okay. All right.
So
And what have they done for Occupied? I went in there and
it
talked to
doesn't
them
matter. This is something that they
once.
might.
You should hear about it. Yeah.
They may not be willing to put all the resources into going after people's right to protest 24/7, but I think that they might be willing to entertain
This is different.
something of this magnitude.
Yeah, this is
They want a name for themselves. They want to do something that impacts things. So
I know the conversation.
I would
that
definitely
had with
run it by them. We haven't run much by them, so it's hard to blame them just because they haven't been out here begging us to give them a case, So we haven't really reached out to them. We did in the beginning, and we tried to work with them, but then they've always said too much money.
Yeah, see,
It's not the fight they wanted to do.
what I hit him with was.
All right, gentlemen, I got
well,
to go
thank-
buy some food. So.
Thank you. That was an extraordinary story. I don't know why everyone had to come up and interrupt and
Oh, but it's
whatnot.
It's
But
all
that,
right.
I swear, they're all agent provocateurs. Every one of you.
No, we're making
Thank you very much. I appreciate you sharing that.
Yes, no problem.
Yeah.